Hey guys, happy late night. Late night. Let's get this color popping a little bit. Whoa, check that out. That's not what we're going for. So, something I haven't done in a long time is a surprise video. Video recorded live. Hey, Anthony. And I thought that tonight would be a good night to do that because I was up here late. Let's stick with that one. Hi, Diane. Charleston. Hey, Christian. Hey, Misty. Let me get this in here. All right, so I'm gonna also be live on Facebook too. So let me go live over there, guys. I hope everyone's having a great Friday. We're not going to be on too long. I've done these before really late, but it was on TikTok. This is the first time in a long time that I've done it on. This is probably the latest I've ever done it, for sure. Sorry guys, I'm trying to there we go. Alright guys, so we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. As I said, I haven't done this before. This is going to be set up more. Hey Jay Willie. Hey Peter. This is going to be set up more like a regular video. Oh gosh, that visual is awful. Maybe let's try that one. Yeah, that is not good. Facebook seems to be pretty good. Alright, so listen, this is what we're going to do. We got a quick video for you today. We got the gold tower. Now, today's special, and I'll tell you what makes it special. It's something that hasn't been done in a while. It was $100. $100 to play the... Look, okay, so I'm trying to examine. Right there is like $500 or $600 alone inside of the treasure chest. On top of here, there's way double our profit. And we got the mystery bags, of course, that's for the live streams, and then the cash in here. Plus the chips and cash that is here, but there's a kicker to it. There's always a kicker. We're limited on the amount of quarters that we can get, and any additional cup of quarters cost an extra $100, so it can move up fast. Hey Ian, hey Rose, hey Rebecca, hey Paul. Give me 1 second. Yeah, thank you. I know, I didn't even think about it until just now. All right. So, all right, listen. So, I put a video out on YouTube today, which is it's not a part one, part two. It's it was literally two separate videos. I've been doing that a lot, and I've explained to everybody I was doing that out of necessity because I kind of needed to do it at that moment. Where there's a guy, a gentleman, Steve Hollingsworth. I'm gonna call him out by his name. Every time there's a part one and part two, he comes in with a attempted insult to me, which is you've had 149,000 followers for over a year and you're not growing, and all these other coin pusher channels are growing rapidly, and it's because you are you're basically calling me a cheapskate because I do a part one, part two. It really bothers him that I do that. And most time I read it, and sometimes I'll delete the comment. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. Well, tonight he said the same thing, and I finally left a response, and I basically said, "Look, let me take my coin pusher that's at my house, in my living room, set it up like majority of these other coin pusher channels that you're talking about, and I can bang out 5, 6 videos for you a day. $1 billion buy-in, craziest thing you've ever seen." However, I'm not in that situation. I am at the mercy of someone else. It's just so irritating. This is my channel, my time, my money, time away from my family, editing, and just to get critiqued the way it is, it drives you nuts. I'm not going to lie to you. It drives you nuts when you got people that are like that. You don't know, you only know the person through a screen name and the comments that they leave. But yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. Go to another channel. But it's weird because he comes on other times and he's as nice as can be. I just don't understand. Just an odd personality. I don't have that personality. I don't relate to it, and I still find it odd. I've been on social media now for about 7 years, and I'm still not used to it. All right, guys. That put to the side. Doug, don't you ever sleep? Doug, I never get to sleep. I'm not. Hey, Karen, thank you so much. Lynette, thank you so much for the 200 stars. Okay, I'll give you one more bit of information. It's been over 34, 33 hours since I've been asleep. I was up editing part one and part two of this weekend's video, and Storm, our new German Shepherd puppy, was just a chaotic mess. I mean, he just would not leave me alone. And then he got the diarrhea again for some reason, and all over the house. And every time I'd get cleaned up, it would happen again. And finally, it got to the point Bray had a half a day of school today, and I gave up. I was like, man, I'm just going to stay up. So I'm running on high hopes and dreams right now. $100, guys. This is our quarters. Let's get started. I think what I'm going to do is try to do this a little bit. That was a good push. Oh, you know what? I got a little carried away there. I just used all the quarters that I had. Oh, thank you so much. Get diapers for that bad boy. We used diapers. We did, and we took it off because obviously we were hoping he'd be potty trained by now. But the problem I found with him being a boy is it's either one or the other. You either get one that covers his man part or one that covers his butt. And then he tears them off too. I'm looking for something and I can't find it. Where in the world? This is what happened. Oh, there we go. You get delusional when you've been up for a long time. All right, guys, there's our first one. Hey, Jonathan. All right, so that's our return. That's what we got back. Happy Friday night. Yeah, it is. It's 1:03 a.m. very late. I want to do everything in my power to make the this 100 stretch out as long as I can, because the potential of making a really good return is here. Better. Kind of trapped in between here. That was a $20 return. Oh, Game Delicious, Josh, do you stop worrying about what others people think? Say it does, but oh, thank you so much, and thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it's so funny because one thing I have learned: the biggest YouTubers out there will say they get to a point where comments don't bother them anymore. However, you will always notice they talk about certain negative comments all the time. So obviously it does. You just like to, you know, you get used to it, but you don't. There's some more cash coming down. I just think some people are rude. I think that's what it is. I don't understand a rude personality. I don't have it, and I don't understand it. Oh my goodness gracious! Woo! Hey John. Hey Tony. Jeez, John, I haven't seen you in a long time, buddy. Patrice. Hey House, thank you so much for the 500 stars. It's so nice of you. Yes, I've always been a night owl. Always, always, always. I want to kind of leave it a surprise about how much we've won so far. All right, so today's Saturday or Friday's video, the video one, it wasn't the best. I mean, it was a good video. I mean, they really put a lot of time into the tower, but part two, video two, is amazing. Absolutely amazing. It is the polar opposite. Yin and yang, man. I know. I'm so glad it's going to be coming out as a Saturday video. It makes up for part one. And then Sunday we got one more video. I'm trying to bang out as many videos as I possibly can before Monday. I still haven't got permission to say this person's name yet. As soon as I meet up with them, I'll find out. Like I said, if not, I'll just come up with a clever name. There we go. Oh man. Where Isaiah hooked me up at is he put a lot of quarters inside the playing field. Hey, Doug. Boy, Doug, aren't you right? 100%. 100%. Hey, Joanne. Thank you. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Felicia. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Joanne. I forgot that was today, wasn't it? Everybody, if you can wish her a happy birthday. All right, so gold bag is down. I tell you what, the weather did a 180 here. It's been nice the last couple days, and then man, that wind started blowing, and it was cold air. I went to Walmart, and I felt like I was going to blow away. Oh, whew, that's a good one. This is good right here. All right, so we need to get the silver bag. I don't know what the status of this treasure chest is going to be. I'm sure if we're going to get this down or not. Almost gone with the wind. That's what it felt like. Oh, Amy, thank you so much for the 99 stars. That was so kind of you. Oh man, who did that? $10 super chat, random crafting gamer. Shout out to you, Josh, for all the content you provide. It helps me with my anxiety and insomnia. Oh, that was so kind of you. Random crafting gamer, thank you so much. That was so kind of you, truly. Thank you so much. And your kind words mean so much too. So Virginia just said she had a husky and pumpkin seed helped him with diarrhea. I've received a couple emails stating the same thing. I was at Walmart tonight and had the opportunity to pick it up, and I was off in the Twilight Zone. I completely forgot about it until someone just mentioned it. Amy, hold on. Patrice Davis, Walmart, have you seen those gardening gloves with claws on the fingertips? Walmart has a tip piece that you can buy. Maybe one or two of those fingers will help you clean up the sheet. No! First, Patrice, thank you so much for the 100 stars. And no, I haven't. But speaking of Walmart, I got to go back to get pumpkin seed. Amy, so I haven't been on TikTok in a little bit. Um, but I'll be back. I announced something on Facebook last night, and I'm going to be trying to do as much PR. Kelly, that's awesome. I had no idea about pumpkin seed. I really didn't. I'll tell you something that bothered me with Maxie, is she started getting these like, I couldn't tell whether they were tumors. Look, the bonus hole just fell. I couldn't tell if they were tumors or cysts, but she started getting them everywhere. And I'm that weird person that I mess with. Anything like that, I mess with it. I always got to mess with it. And, you know, she's patient. I'm not squeezing it. I'm just messing with it. Anyway, so when we took her to the vet last time, the vet got a, 18 gauge needle, poked a hole in it, and then black pus started coming out, and it clogged up pretty quick. But she said, yeah, it's a cyst. And she said, you know, obviously it's up to you, but if you, you're an EMS, if you would want to remove the ones that are topical like that, by all means. But it's probably not bothering her. Why was I saying that? Oh, there's a reason why I said that. I can't remember the exact reason why I said that, but Maxie has that to deal with. Now, poor Bella would be a warrior. If Bella was in our kind of format, I've never seen anything like her. If her nail bothers her, she would, if you let her, she would just go in and bite and rip her nail right off. If something is itching her, there is no mild scratching. It is down to bleeding. And it's so hard to control it. She's her anxiety. She's always had a lot of anxiety, and it's bothered me. And I've given her different CBDs and different calming things, and it never really seemed to be too effective with her. How I find that she used to chase her tail all the time when you'd walk in, and she'd like, you know, get real worked up and start barking. And then I looked it up, and they said that's a sign of anxiety in the dog. Which the sad part is I mean, between Bray, my wife, myself, you know, my dad, whoever else is around the girls, it's a very calm environment. You know, they have, there's nothing they should feel anxiety over. But so she's got a big hole in her tail now that looks awful. So I got some bandages and wrapped it up so she would hopefully leave it alone. And then for Storm, and you know, I've been giving Storm Imodium, and it doesn't seem to be helping. So I'm really hoping that pumpkin seed will be a good fix. Oh, Felicia, well, I'm so glad that you had the chance to come on a live stream as well, and a huge welcome to the family. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for your support. Hey! Silverback is down. That's the first time in a long time you all get to pick now, gold or silver bag. see which one the winner is. It's been a while since we've been able to do that. We got the world coming around. The whole world. Oh. 5 chips. I hate 5 chips. Oh, good night, Random. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, no. Sorry to hear about that, Orion. Never said choose the gold bag. Do. J-Lab said, can I call it silver? Gold bag's mine. J-Lab gave me some pretty cool video ideas as far as like some different filming techniques that in the future video I'm going to try. A little different angle. The Canon camera that I have, I've had for a long time. I've definitely got my money's worth out of it. Absolutely. But for some reason, it's just the quality. I went with Canon, and I've used Canon for a while because Canon, for the longest time, had low light conditions just plugged in. But it doesn't matter what color grading I do or whatever, it just doesn't look right. Especially on this one. On this one, they got so many lights in here, it really gets washed out. Now, like the Silver Strike, because its lighting setup, it doesn't look too bad. I have a Sony that I bought a couple years ago and spent entirely too much money for. It shoots in 4K, and I would love to use it, but I need to get a different lens. I need for this setup, you need a wide angle lens. Regular lens, you're just like looking at a small section. That's very expensive. Secondly, my computer, 4K editing in 4K, that it demands a lot on your system. Jeff May, thank you so much for the 50 stars. Chloe, yes, we're still live. Doug said, if you ever heard of the Sunny Day filter, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I hate to do it because it's been a good camera. But I'll be honest with you, the iPhone's camera is pretty darn impressive itself. Patrice, no tonight is beautiful, all in focus, no dark spots can bounce. Oh, thank you, Patrice, and thank you for the 50 stars. Tammy Williams, thank you so much for the 99 stars. Thank you, guys. Well, unfortunately, not pumpkin seed like organic pumpkin. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe I think Petco or PetSmart might actually have that. Well, unfortunately, we're getting low on quarters here. I didn't want to be too live because actually I got to finish a video up. She said, knock that tower down. That's the plans. Hey, man. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and take this other off. I'm going to do the $100. All right, dude. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and grab this other cup here. See if we can speed this up. You know something that happened to me, and I think all of us can relate to this situation. Glenda has a Chrysler 200 C-Class. Amazing car. I love that car. I used to drive it when I worked EMS in Baltimore part-time for a while, and I drove it back and forth at that point. When we bought the Chrysler, I went ahead and got the wrap protection. The dealership there is known for having a lifetime powertrain warranty on every vehicle they sell, but they got the extended wrap protection. Well, many years, never really needed to use it. You know, little things here and there, battery and things like that, but anyways, the place I bought it from was called Miller Group, Miller Auto, and ironically, it was the same auto group that was my first job. I detailed cars. Well, two brothers owned it, George and John Miller, and unfortunately, one passed away, and then the other one took because the brothers split it up, like. Like Winchester, Virginia, the stores up there, one brother ran that, then the stores that were in West Virginia and things like that, the other brother ran it. And it was so much so that like when they would fly places together, they wouldn't fly on the same plane. They would take separate planes. And it's funny because I thought that was so intriguing hearing that story as a teenager, but I've heard that's kind of common. Anyways, they end up selling it, and this group called CMA bought it. Well, her car is getting ready to get paid off, and of course now everything is going to happen wrong with it. And I've taken it there for some things that should have been covered, and every time I had to battle, I'm like, I have the wrap protection. You know, you all gave me a pamphlet that showed everything that was covered, but they make it so difficult to work it out through them to get it in use. So most of the time I didn't even bother with it. Well, recently, Glenda said she would be driving down the road, and then the thermostat would spike, and then it would come back down to normal. And I told her, I said, it sounds like a thermostat's going bad. Well, it did that for a little bit. I set an appointment up. They were so far. This is after they got bought out, and this CMA has taken over. I called them up and I said, hey, I think it needs a thermostat, but I want to bring it in. So they called me up the next day and they said, oh, Your thermostat's fine, but we think you need a radiator, which is a 2016. That's very new to need a radiator, but whatever. You need a radiator, and you need some new lines and everything else. That's the problem. I said, okay, well, what's covered under my warranty? Pretty much nothing, according to them. So, price tag for all that was about $1,400, $1,500. We get the car back. She drives it. Problem not fixed. It's still doing it, except it's getting worse now. The car, like on the interstate. Oh no! No! 1/4. So I take it back to him, and I said that didn't fix the problem. That was a lot of money. So I said, I think it's the thermostat. So they come back and they said, well, your thermostat's fine, but if you really want to put a new thermostat in, we can do it, but it's your water pump. You need a water pump. So another $900 and some. And I finally asked him, I said, hold on, I got to tell Isaiah. Isaiah, I'm going to go ahead and Patrice. Oh, okay. Thank you, Patrice. Thank you so much for the $50. Hey, Lance. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and do the last one, bud. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is the last cup, so this is all we got left. I said, I have lifetime warranty on this car. Why do I have to pay for everything? And then the service writer was like, oh, no, you got the powertrain, but this isn't covered. I said, no, I got the wrap protection. So he called me up a couple hours later, and he said, you're right. You actually did have the wrap protection, but unfortunately, it died about 6 months ago. Now, it's schemy stuff, man. Schemy stuff. The whole reason why I took it to a dealer was because of that. Believe me, I know plenty of good mechanics around here that will do it for next to nothing. But I went to the dealer because I thought it was under warranty. So the next thing they told me is it's going to take a week, at least a week, for the water pump to come in. But just so aggravating, man. It's so, especially for a dealership. I remember when I worked there as a kid, there was some really good mechanics there. I mean, they had a lot of master certified mechanics, and they were good at the job. I don't know what happened now. Never believe the dealer, right? Amen to that. Oh man, I'm missing something else. Okay, I gotta pull up YouTube on here real quick, guys. Somebody gave me another donation, and I totally am missing it. Give me one moment. Let me pull up YouTube. So we did the other 100. So we are $300 invested. But I'll be honest with you, I think we're fine. I really do. I think we're good with that. We've made some pretty good money thus far. Ambalicious said they seen a tower bobble. All right. Random Crafting Gamer, again, another $10. Thank you. Joshua, can you see Deadpool 26? No, is he in here? There he is. You didn't have to do that. I'm so sorry. Hey, John. How are you, buddy? It's been a long time since I've seen you. I'm sorry I missed you. I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And YouTube was on my phone, so the messages disappear. But I used to not do it, but I do it now. I link into, they let me get on Mike's computer. Australia. Jeff, I know Jeff May. I'm in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, on the outskirts of Washington, D.C. Maybe we can get that to rotate out and flip out. That would be nice. Oh, well, thank you so much. So I got a notice on YouTube today that I am going to say this wrong, but YouTube now is offering special moderators. I don't know. They have the same privileges as regular moderators, but they have a little bit more power. But I have no idea how you give somebody the special moderator ability. So you got moderators and special moderators. A lot of times, you know, they do beta testing on different things, and some of them, they don't last, and it's a shame. I really enjoyed it. Why is this tower not coming down? Seriously? Really, Doug? Wow. That's awful. Amy said, I'm from Virginia. That's, I live about almost a mile and 2/10 from the Virginia line. I'm right there. As a matter of fact, I get all my gas and everything else in Virginia. I love it. Virginia schools are better than what West Virginia. I've been to both, and I'm here to tell you, but just with me and Bray's mom, it worked out. She wanted him to go to where she went to high school, and it's considered to be a pretty good school. But I wanted to be as close to Virginia as I possibly could, too. But have a West Virginia residence where, you know, we can use it for schooling. So that's how I ended up where I'm at. Guys, this is awful. I have done burnt through all of those quarters that quick. I think I have Creator Studio. Doug, I think you're right. Let's work the skill stop. All right, so I got two things I want to discuss. So, one thing I try to keep certain personal opinions away from the channel because, ooh, that was good. We live in a time era that if you have a different opinion, opposing opinion upon someone else, like it draws hatred. Like people will literally completely disassociate themselves with you if you think different politically, if you think different religiously, I mean, whatever. So I definitely try to stay right middle ground and try not to bring up too many things that would be considered controversial because this is a job for me. But, you know, 20 plus years of work in EMS in Berkeley County and also Maryland and, you know, other places. I've seen a lot of changes happen over the years, and it's not just a local thing. It was a you know a national thing. Gee, shoot. 1/4. I'm gonna give it 1 second, see if more come down. It started pretty much what had happened. It got to the point that whatever the reasons were, doctors, I have no idea. I didn't go to med school. They go to school a heck of a lot longer than I did, but I've heard so many different stories. But anybody that had acre pain or anything, they were quick to write out a prescription pain reliever. Um, and obviously, you know what the end result of that ended up being. Um, People that didn't need to have it prescribed was getting it prescribed. Well, then what they did is like, oh wow, we got a national epidemic going on now, so we got to do something. So then they came in and just cut everybody off. Bam! No one gets it, whether you need it or not. So what happened there? Well, people that were needing pain relief, people that had addictions, what's the easiest, cheapest alternative? And the big H. So then we went through that, ran through all those calls. Well, my dad got a degree in herbal medicine. All right, well, let's try to do this. And I'm real big uh, on su- on supplements that are known and proven to work. So I'm definitely like if you can go natural route kind of guy, I would do it. Well, when I got my back surgery, I absolutely refused. Come on, baby, to get any medication prescribed to me for it. Well, I was turned on by a family friend, a surgeon, about it's called Mitragana speciosa. The layman's term for it's called kratom. This is about 9 years ago. It was not that popular at that point. It's a tea leaf from Asia, Indonesia, and it has a lot of the same properties that prescription pain relievers did, without the side effect of slowing down your respiratory system or any of those adverse effects. So I did some sampling around and I took it while I got my surgeries, and that's all I ever needed. And it worked perfect. So I became a huge advocate for kratom. Some people call it kratom. But people I know that needed it, I would. Well, it started getting more popular and more popular, and then I kept hearing like just completely bogus information. If people don't understand something, they'll just say about anything. Well, then next thing you know these head shops or whatever you want to call it. That's where you found them in head shops, and that would give it a bad taste as well. Just because that's a lot where you get it. Anyways, so it's very popular now, and I'm sure there's people that absolutely abuse it. But again, if I'm not saying it's amazing to do to take too much of, but if you're going to do it, and no matter what, that's the route I would comfort with people to take. Then the other thing is this Delta 8. I never was, I'm waiting on a quarter to fall. So please don't think that I'm just sitting here running my mouth. I'm literally just trying to talk while I'm waiting. We went through all 3 cups, $300, and we are empty. Anyways, I don't personally like it, but I've never had a problem with, that plant. And Delta 8 is, a legal version of that. So I say all this because someone forwarded me a message last night that West Virginia, a senator, a clueless senator, has a bill proposed to make Delta 8, kratom, and something, I don't know if it's CBD or something else, something silly, a class 1 narcotic. class 1 narcotic. And I read the bill, and their thing is, it's our youth are getting addicted because of it, and all these things are happening. It's so far fetched. I have seen so many people benefit from this, and to see a clueless politician put down gibberish. Now, you can get into the conspiracy theory, but think about it. Pharmaceutical companies, that's big money, big pharma. That's not a myth. Well, someone is taking a herbal medication, a plant you can grow yourself, and doesn't need a prescription medication. Well, they see that, and they got issue with it. So obviously, anything for a dollar, anything for money for re-election. So I mean, that's one story. So anyway, I was so upset when I read that, because West Virginia is so backwards with everything. We're bottom of everything that you would want to be top on, and we're top on everything that you would want to be the bottom on. And with not a lot of room to growth, because just nothing changes. So I fired off an email to all 34 senators this morning, and our Governor Jim Justice, and just laid everything. I probably could have took more time to write a little bit more educated, proper email, but I said what I wanted to say. And I've had a few senators email me back and tell me that, okay, they're not in support themselves of banning it, but they think it should be regulated as far as like 21 and over. And I said, absolutely. I want to, that I have no problem with, but to make it look like it's a gateway drug, with that whole Nixon hated the hippies, so that's why marijuana is a scheduled 1. That's the story I was always told. That's just dumb. It's dumb. Dumb. So anyways, so that's one of the things, my side projects today. Yeah, right. It's a class and a schedule. Yeah, that's the same thing. And when they say a schedule 1 or a class 1, it's the same exact thing. Exactly. All right, let's count up and see how much we made so far. I was really hoping something else would fall, but it is awfully late. But that's my again, something I normally don't do. But I feel like I have a background where I can say I've seen the true effects of what doing the wrong thing does to a community, especially a state that's has a lot of poverty. And that is just the most silliest thing that I've ever heard in my life. But it's politics. Nothing that's done politically makes sense. I think there's probably people, I don't care whether you have a D or an R behind your affiliation. I think there's good people on both sides of the aisle, but however, I think they're inundated, overwhelming, and you get into a system and they say, no, that's funny. I appreciate that you think you're going to change the world, but this is how it actually works, and this is how we actually do it. And if you want to be on a good, point you to something worthwhile, that you're going to fall in the line. It's awful. No. Oh, thank you, Robert. Virginia Square. You're absolutely right. I got to tell you. I mean, I am not gonna. I was born and raised here, and I've heard every joke and stereotype that you can about being from the state. But I can tell you, some of it is true. I'm not going to be in denial. They're not the river in Egypt, but there's a lot of good people here too, and they're just kind of forced into a situation they don't have a choice. And then you see things like that constantly happens in this state, and it's scary. That's what I tell Braden all the time. It was my promise, but I fell in love and married Braden's mom, and she didn't want to leave here, and so I stayed here. But man, as soon as I got out of the military, the first thing I did is I went to North Carolina. I wanted out of here. But, you know, her and I were together, so I stayed locally. And then we had a child together, so I got to stay locally. But I tell Braden all the time, when you're old enough and when you get out of college, travel the United States, the world, or whatever, and find somewhere that has opportunity and has like-minded people. And I just don't see that being a possibility here. All right, guys, so in total we had $300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 200. Trees. There you go, Patrice. Absolutely. Thank you so much for the 100 stars. Thank you. So we need another 100 to break even. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. So we are even. $310. We are up $10 when it comes to the cash. And we got $35 in chips. So there's $45. $200 for buy-in chips. And this is time. This is your time here, guys. I need your help. So this is like the Matrix, the red pill or the blue pill. We got the gold bag and we got the silver bag. So if I'm going to describe this as best as I can, this is absolutely a lot lighter than this. There's one chip that I can fill, and looks like 2 bills. So 1 chip, 2 bills, very light. On the flip side, this one has no bills in it, and there's 3 chips, and it's very heavy. So in my experience, the heavier ones have the 5s. That metal that's in the middle makes them a lot heavier. Usually that is the losing bag if it's really heavy. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. They get it close. There's 2 bills in here, so they don't have $5 in here. The lowest it could possibly be is 10. So say 10, 20, and then whatever that would be. So my best guess would be gold, but I'll let you all pick, gold or silver. Silver has washers, probably. I swear this, I'm not a big ghost person. Like, you know, I've never really had any personal experiences with it, but when I'm here and whoever's working's out in the waiting room, I see things all the time here. I don't know what it is. And it's driving me nuts as I'm sitting here doing this. I'm looking around because it looks like somebody keeps walking behind me. Don't like that. I always put myself at ease and say it's Jeff. Go with your gut. Gold, 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 gold. All right, so there's that. Let me look at YouTube and see what. Gold, 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 gold. Silver, silver, gold. Gold, gold, gold. Hey, Patriot. Different gold. Watch out for the Mothman. I've never been down there. Mike Starcher from the channel, I think he's closer to that area than what I am, but I would love to go see. All right, guys, so it looks like it's pretty even. Gold. Doug, that's probably right. So gold is the winner. So let's start off. Let's look at silver. Let's see what's in the silver bag and see if my gut was right. I hope I am. If not, I feel dumb. Huh. Okay, so this is interesting. This is 35 bucks. Now, yes, that's a very low amount, but normally the losing bags are very low. So hopefully I'm right. And guys, it doesn't matter because I'm not winning anything. I didn't pay the extra money to do this. This is just all for fun at this point. All right, let's see. See what my gut instinct. Oh! Oh! 200 doll hairs. 100, a 50. You don't see a lot of the bill 50s. And a 50 chip. $200. Gold was clearly the winner. Thank you guys for telling me to trust my gut, and thanks for everybody that voted gold. I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed a surprise live. I haven't done one in a really long time like this. Mainly just wanted to come on here and just tell you how much I appreciate you and thank you. I have had some interesting stuff come up lately with the schedule being all over the place, and as I told you all, they got the new person hired here. I just hope they stay. I for the life of me, I don't get it, and I'm not trying to be rude, but you know, if you're making $100-$200 to come up here for about 3-4 hours, yes, you do have to build a coin structure. That's a part of it. But the rest of the time, you're watching Netflix, you're on your computer, you're eating, whatever you want to do. And every once in a while, I'll call you in and ask for a little bit of help or suggestion with something. If I was in that position, I would be all over that. But there's some people just I don't understand it. I really don't. So it is what it is, you know. I honestly think it has something to do with this. And I'm inconsistent. The fact that I'm all over the place, you know, I'm not here on time, that could probably drive you nuts too. Patrice, surprise live. I thought Friday nights were scheduled. Yes, no, you're right. They definitely absolutely are. But the surprise part was the fact that it was after midnight. But the problem too, Patrice, you're on Facebook right now, and YouTube is mainly the surprise because I've been streaming like on Mondays, but not a Friday. So YouTube was mainly where the surprise was at, but I just put it for both. All right, guys, so I ask you this. Tomorrow, YouTube, I'm not exactly sure. I still got to put some finishing touches on it. But part one, you all seen today. watch the polar opposite tomorrow. Such a good video, guys. Everything played just the opposite of what it did in today's video, and it was a really cool way to end it. So I'm really excited for you all to see that. I haven't recorded Sunday's video yet, so maybe I can get him to do something with this tower since I didn't knock it down, and that can be Sunday's video. Maybe we can do that. But appreciate. See, I'm waiting until the. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Random Gamer. Hold on. Well, it's not that I'm not playing. I'm out of quarters, and I only had 3 cups to go through. So guys, I have something I want to mention. I mentioned it last night on Facebook, but basically, I say this all the time. You know, EMS was my career. That's what I just assumed I was going to work until I retired. My back just didn't hold out that long. Social media has been a huge blessing. Financially, it's been rewarding, but obviously this is not something I can do into my 70s and 80s. So I'm constantly thinking about, like, what can I do for the next step. So several years ago, I come up, after working with Winner and seeing the claw machine app, I thought to myself, man, a coin pusher app would just be amazing. And at one point, Winner was talking about doing it. Well, finally I got to the point, I was like, okay, well, they're not interested in it. I am interested. There's people, majority of you all don't have coin pushers near you. So if you could come on to an app and play a real coin pusher from your phone and win real cool prizes, you know, maybe some gold or a little bit of silver, or, you know, then your standard, you know, stuff like they have, I think it would be a huge hit, and it would be something I could pass down to Bray. So I have zero experience in this, so I had to do a lot of research, a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls. Well, I finally found a group of engineers that will design the app for me that was somewhat affordable, and also the company that makes the coin pushers. The problem is it's just financially out of my reach. I said this yesterday on Facebook. I am not a person that ever comes on here. Believe me, there's times that I probably could have used some sort of you know, something, and I'm just not. I've never been that person. But this is different. This is a startup business. So what I think I'm going to do is, I did research since I've seen you all on Facebook yesterday. Indiegogo appears to be a pretty good platform to use. And what I think I'm going to do is have different tiers. Which if you donate towards the ultimate cause, and then over a certain amount, you're buying equity into the app. I would need to have my accountant actually draw up the final stuff, because that's beyond me, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So I want to outsource it to you all, and hope that I can raise enough that we can get it going. And I mean, I can get it started right now, but the problem is it wouldn't be done proper. I need to do it proper. I need to have all my ducks in line. So that's something I'm going to be working on. Also, I am going to be doing a lot of chirping about it, and once that time comes and everything is designed, but just be on the lookout for it. You know, I know financial stuff is something that I hate, but at least something like that, it's set up. You know, it's not just, hey, please give me money. You're getting something out of it. So, guys, have a great weekend. By all means, I should be live tomorrow, or Sunday. I'm sorry, not tomorrow, Sunday, on Facebook. But outside of that, guys, thank you. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Hopefully you don't blow away in this cold weather. I appreciate your support and coming on this late at night. I got to see a lot of new faces, and then it's always nice to see a lot of the older faces, the regulars. So, well, I don't actually work for Winner. Winner just sponsored my channel. But no, I'm currently not doing sponsorship. I needed to take a break. I've been sponsoring Winner for years, and I just kind of was getting burnt out talking about it all the time. So yeah, I'm stepping back. It has nothing to do with me starting this app or anything like that, because it's two different things. Just needed a little break, you know. But yeah, no, but I had no equity in the company. They just paid me a little bit of money each month, or you know, whatever. And I did sponsorships for 'em. That was pretty much it. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great night. Yeah, online gambling is a no no. Absolutely, that's where all that offshore stuff comes in. All right, guys, thank you. Have a great night, and I hope let me know your thoughts tomorrow on YouTube's video. Thank you.